Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Secrets of the Sire. We do this every Wednesday night, 8 p.m. Eastern, TalkRadio.nyc. I'm your host, Mike Dolce, and as always, I'm joined with my co-host, Lord of the Radio.
What's up?
Hassan Godwin. And we've got in studio tonight, Miss Joan Pelzer. Now, Joan, you have an exciting announcement because you are a fellow TalkRadio.nyc host.
I am.
But what is the name of your show? You've got a new brand.
Dun, 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 dun.
Do it.
It is Follow Me Friday with Joan and Priya.
All right. So, Follow Me Friday. That was the huge monumental announcement that we were going to make.
Can you hear me?
Now we can hear you, actually.
Uh-oh.
Which is very exciting. So do it again.
It was such a secret.
Do it again.
That I wasn't even turned on the mic. It is Follow Me Friday with Joan and Priya. Actually, I hope Priya and I actually finalized that. I think we did.
You
copyright infringement.
You basically
now we got a problem.
I just outed us.
Yeah,
whatever.
That's for the best.
Yeah. She'll love it.
Yeah,
she loves when I do spontaneous things.
I think it's a good thing. So for the folks at home who don't know you or your personality, which is abundant and filling this room as we speak, Give a little background.
Yay. So I have been doing a show here for, it's going to be almost 2 years with Sam Leibowitz, who's a very good friend of mine. Love Sam, love talking alternative broadcasting. You know him a little bit?
I know that guy. Yeah.
He's sitting right in front of us.
Met him once or twice.
So I was doing a show called 21st Century Entrepreneur Radio with JC Maldonado. We were focused on business.
Joe Mulvey's a big fan of that show, by the way.
Yeah?
He's going to be very upset that you guys are switching over.
Oh,
That's
no.
it. It's okay. You lost a fan.
Why? Well, maybe he'll be a new fan
That's
and he'll
encouraging.
bring other fans to us. But JC is running a bunch of businesses and had a baby.
So
Congrats,
he's a 21st
Sam.
century entrepreneur?
He is and he's out there running, and he can't really be here anymore. So I kind of took over, and we're rebranding, and I got a new co-host named Priya Nimbard, and she runs Mom's Pump Here, a nursing room location app. So it's kind of cool. I know. Right. Isn't that kind of cool? Imagine putting that in a comic.
Yeah.
Right? The lactation mom.
Oh, I'll get that in there. I'll get that in there.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Oh, my God, the lactator.
That's the next big
she
hit.
She squirts milk.
That's
her secret weapon.
That's the next MCU blockbuster.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think the Marvel universe is expanding in ways we never.
It has to be like
imagined.
acid milk, though. You gotta spruce it up. Yeah, it's gotta have some kind of weaponized attribute to it.
Oh my gosh, that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Well, you know what?
Acid milk mom.
You could have morning and midday screenings, and the moms could bring their kids.
Sure.
And everyone gets headphones to not hear the kids crying in the movie theater. How cool would that be?
I think that's definitely the way to go.
I think you're right. Perfectly right. And I own a social media agency, too. So we're
Follow
trying
Me
to...
Friday.
Yeah. So
Joan
I'm excited.
Pelzer Social.
It's going to be all about business and life.
Well, that's very fortuitous.
I don't know about you. She's making me look bad. So, yeah.
Why? Me? Because you didn't come up with lactator?
No, that too. That chief amongst it.
That's not that hard to do.
Oh, it's going to be like that? Just make sure you're ready for that. Strap in,
Joan,
man.
are you a prequels fan? No, I'm not.
Oh, really?
We're not even going to go into that.
We're going through that again.
Prequels or sequels or
We're not even going to go into that. We do this every week. Thank you. We do this every week. We talk comics, movies, TV, pop culture, Wednesday night, 8 p.m. Eastern. This is a call-in show when it's live.
We talk about death.
That's 877-480-4120. But we also stream live on our Facebook stream, which is facebook.com.
Should make a list.
/Secrets of the Sire.
Should have like a scroll.
I'm reading it off right now. And we're also on Periscope. For how much longer, we don't know. But we got some love on Periscope tonight. I'm actually getting some hearts, and we actually have some people in there. I'm sure we're there, that they are there, though, because they want to talk Defenders.
Right.
The Defenders trailer hit. Now, this is what we were talking about in our green room, which was only one member tonight. Yes. Out of the potential.
We tried to get someone else on.
We'll get her in next.
Am I nobody else?
Huh?
What am I?
No, you're not.
No. You're talking about someone on the outside.
Hey, we've got the Big Dog Inc. Tom Hutchinson from Big Dog Inc. is on Periscope, and I don't know.
See?
Are you giving us the hearts, or is that the other?
You were just bad mouthing.
Well, that's what I was saying beforehand. We were talking about how Periscope. We used to get a whole lot of folks on it,
right?
And maybe they've all converted over to Facebook users, or maybe
they hate us.
Or maybe people just stopped using Periscope, which is what we were also thinking.
That's true. Or they hate you.
So Tom Hutchinson said he is not the one hearting us up right now.
Oh, someone else
and I'm
is
kind of
us.
saying why not? Because
hearting you.
Yeah,
up.
I think Tom,
what's wrong with us?
Look at this. Come on, look at all this.
No comment.
If we have
comment.
interns starting in May who will actually be videotaping. I will leave it up to our intern videotaping to actually parade the room with our video camera. For right now, it's just me. And look, see, massive hearts from Tom. See, that's all it is.
Yeah.
You just got to ask.
You just got the look, man. You just have the look.
All right, so the look of desperation.
I don't know. We don't know what kind of look it is. We just know you got the look.
Yeah, we got that look. All right. So, all right, feast your eyes on the first Defenders trailer. We've seen Daredevil, Jessica Jones, Luke Cage, Iron Fist, all in their individual universes. They've done battle with evil folks, some who went on to win Oscars. In the Netflix corners of the Marvel universe.
Yes.
But now we get to see all four of them fighting together as Defenders, which is basically, I guess, this is the pinnacle, right? This is the top of what they've been trying to accomplish.
Yeah, this is where they've been going since the whole thing started.
We've got a couple cool things. Newly resurrected Elektra. She's back.
Or so we think.
Or so we think.
They just open a box with her in it.
Right.
So we don't know if she's actually resurrected.
So on this show, we do look at trailers. Because trailers are like exhibition games.
Because it's basically easy.
Yeah.
That's why we do it on this show.
Trailers are essentially exhibition games. The real deal is when these things actually release. But we like to do it from a little different point of view.
Right.
We don't want to just be like, well, this was nice and this was bad, whatever. We like to do something kitschy and fun. So we're going to do the good, the bad, and the trashy. Yeah, we're going to do the good, the bad, and the trashy. So if we're running down the Defenders trailer, first of all, I'll say this, right? The Netflix series as a whole, do you think the format of Netflix, and Joan, I'll open this up to you as well, too. Do you think the format of Netflix for something like The Defenders actually works against it? The fact that it's 8 episodes and you have to binge all 8 episodes, or is it...
I think so. I tend to think so.
Well, I didn't. I
don't like to binge all 8 at once.
You said
that's a challenge.
Extending it to both of us.
That's true.
Exactly.
That's true. But I mentioned Joan by name, so.
Oh, fair enough.
Oh,
I'm gonna go.
All right. I'm just gonna sit over here.
Zing.
Yeah.
He's not even close. He moved. It's like 3
now,
feet
Hassan,
away.
to be fair, I did not get a red heart for that. So they're not red hearting that at all.
No.
In fact, I think we lost whoever was red hearting.
because you're being mean to me.
And that's how it should go.
Yeah.
He's snarky.
Yeah, a little bit.
See, I'm not mean. I'm snarky.
Yeah.
There's a huge difference.
That's borderline mean, though.
Like yeah, but it's borderline. That's
snarky is mean enough.
Like mean is a definitive statement. Snarky is like you're like.
I'm getting comments.
We're gonna take a
what
long,
are your comments?
hard look.
They like the lactator.
Oh, okay.
My friend Julia DeVillers is listening from
Those
Ohio.
are comments. Those are just shout outs. Those are like, well done.
Drop.
Well done.
Yeah.
Name dropping.
Yeah,
Julia
exactly.
DeVillers,
Name
Julia
drop.
DeVillers, Julia DeVillers. She's an author. She's a famous author.
That's it. Is she famous?
She is. She's famous.
What
young
does she do?
audiences and tweens. And
Young
she writes
adults.
with her
young adults,
twin.
you mean?
Young audience. You can say young audience.
Really?
YA is young audience as well.
Really?
She's
Yes.
schooling you with the new
She
terms.
learned me something
Yeah.
new.
I actually
Got you.
don't even know if
And
I'm
that's
right.
pretty-
I just,
you just-
whatever. Who
you
cares?
just run
I
with
made
it.
it up and
Well, Run with it.
I'm
Fair.
sticking with it.
To be fair, I had no idea. I was like, oh, she put me in my place.
So whether she's right or not, we still don't know. That's the
Julie
bottom
will let
line.
me know.
My time as a radio host is now over.
I'm going to have her
Just
text
in
me and let
time.
me know.
I will concede.
She could be watching us on
turn the
Facebook
camera.
Live too.
But yeah, so I mean, to me, the fact that Netflix is this 8-episode thing, I feel like this Defenders movie should be a movie. It should be like a 2-hour or 3-hour Netflix movie. Do it as a movie. Like, why even bother doing it as an 8-episode thing?
I don't agree.
You don't agree? Oh, go ahead.
I don't agree because and I don't agree with binge watching either. I would it's kind of nice to wait a little and get all that anticipation
Two separate
going.
arguments, two separate things. And I agree with that 100%. I love the fact that Game of Thrones is week to week.
Yeah.
I love the fact that on Monday morning when sorry for spoilers who haven't seen season 6 last year. Come on, people. It's like you took a year to see Suicide Squad or something.
Yeah.
You know, if you
no one's that lame.
Yeah, I mean, really, and hosts a show about
Yeah,
it.
exactly.
But it's like when Jon Snow is resurrected. It's like you had an entire week to talk about it with all your friends, and it's like this big thing, and there's this big anticipation for the next episode. Or when Glenn gets all the Walking Dead people out there. It's like when Glenn gets killed. and Abraham gets killed. It's like you had this thing where you're like, oh my God, you get to actually. Oh, so Tom Hutchinson has now left Periscope and has joined Facebook. See, I think that's just the migration that's happening now at this point. But anyway, no, I think that to me is a bigger deal than than just here's all your 8 episodes right there.
Well, I think if it's all 8 episodes, you're gonna binge watch. How could you not? You're going to be excited.
I got through 3 episodes of Luke Cage, and I still have not gotten back.
You have ice cream in the freezer. How do you not finish the Haagen-Dazs?
Yeah, but if it's like 30 degrees outside.
Yeah, I'm eating it anyway.
That speaks to a whole other scenario altogether. Hassan, what do you think?
I don't know. It hasn't worked for me, binging, because it's hard to resist. You want to see, episode after episode after episode, but
a lot of green tea, huh?
Yeah.
No, because then there's a lot of trips to
this is very
smaller
true,
rooms in your
this
domicile. But
if it's on Netflix, you could be watching it in that smaller room.
That's true too. See, this is great. I don't do anything. I should have drank more before I came here.
Never thought of that. But the other problem is it diminishes the experience a lot. Because it's just, I remember there's a couple of shows I watched that weren't on Netflix that I binge watched. Someone gave them to me, and I binge watched them. And all you just start to see after a while are patterns, or narrative patterns that keep repeating itself over and over again. And then you just start to you start to get a feel for the language, and then you could decipher everything that's going to happen.
Yeah,
just by the way it's all delineated out to you. So. It just kind of takes away from it. Whereas, as you say, week after week, you have a lot of time to cook it in your own brain.
I mean, and it's funny too. Like I'm going to use Buffy as an example, right? Buffy was made. Well, no, I mean Buffy's a week to week show, right. And I remember watching it back then, and there would be gaps of time between episodes too. Like if you ran up into the sweeps, at the end of November, you'd have to wait till you get one episode in December.
Yeah,
you get one episode in January,
and then wait till February.
And then February was like you get the week to week, but they actually use that to their advantage, and it made it feel like time had spaced between things in the actual show, the actual timeline.
Right.
Whereas then you watch them back to back to back to back to back to back, and you're like, wait a minute.
This doesn't have the impact it used to.
No, it definitely doesn't. And then all of a sudden you're like, wait a minute. This, why is she
a reflection of society?
Very, very deep. All right. We're going to do the good, the bad, and the trashy. And we're going to hit commercial break. But before we do, Hassan, give me one good of the trailer.
The hallway fight was pretty cool. That hallway fight at the very end of the trailer was kind of cool.
Joan, give me your expert pop culture opinion. Give me a good.
I'm actually going to totally agree with Hassan.
Yes,
we planned this.
Why did you sound so surprised? When we come back, we're going to figure out why Joan felt so surprised to agree with Hassan on the good of the Defenders.
Because who does, really? Seriously.
You're listening to the Talking Alternative Network.
Hello, I'm JC.
I'm Joan. And welcome to 21st Century Entrepreneur.
We bring education,
insight,
knowledge,
awareness,
trouble,
craziness, and fun.
For you, the entrepreneur who's looking to build your business.
And your community. Listen every Friday from noon to 1 Eastern on TalkRadio.nyc. And you can tweet us at 21st CE Radio or Talk Alternative.
Talking Alternative Radio, 24 hours a day.
Joined by my esteemed colleague and co-host, Lord of the Radio.
Lord of the Radio.
Lord of the Radio.
Thank you very much.
Do you have to apply? Do you have to go to college for that? Is there some sort of classes?
I could tell you how to become Lord of the Radio, but then you'd become Lord of the Radio, and I wouldn't be Lord of the Radio
this is
anymore.
Very true.
No such thing as co-lord.
No, it doesn't work that way.
Secrets of the Sire.
Welcome back to Secrets of the Sire. We do this every Wednesday night, 8 p.m. Eastern, TalkRadio.nyc. We actually have to talk about that because I might go on vacation in July. So we'll figure something out.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So we're going to do reruns because I want to go on vacation.
We'll have to time this. We'll have to time this
we'll figure something
If
out.
not, the camera will be on you as well.
It'll just be on the Sire sign. So I'll be talking in the background.
Secrets of the Sire is brought to you by all of our beloved patrons. We have dedicated fans: Omar Morales, Einar Peterson, Matt Byer John Hoff III, Ashley Haikai, our program director Stephanie Dolce, our executive producer Steve Hovecki and Brian Phillips, our Uber fan Christina Dolce, and our new executive producer Christina Gillen, who could not get onto the Google Hangout chat tonight.
No, she couldn't.
We're going to figure out how
She's
to
a producer
do that
now. That means she could fire us.
Yes, no, she is. She's our boss now.
Yeah.
That's essentially.
I don't know how we got
tell
this.
Brian this, though.
Yeah,
because then he will fire us.
Right.
And he will replace him. He will replace us with him.
All right, we'll take it back then.
Like with himself. Like it will be like Secrets of the Sire with your new executive producer. Yeah. And he's like, shit, man, I paid $5 for this. Holla, who's got the best job ever? All right, we were talking Defenders. If you want to become an executive producer, go to our Patreon page, patreon.com/Secrets of the Sire. Or go to michaeldolce.com. It'll redirect you. Redirect you?
Redirect you. It'll redirect
Well, now
you.
I'm just talking.
I don't want to get redirected. That sounds painful.
Now I'm just talking gibberish. All right, so when we went to commercial, we actually... we had Hassan and Joan actually agreeing with Hassan for the first time, like forever.
Someone,
even though they literally just met in the green room like an hour ago. But
but it's the first guest ever.
I like
to
him
agree
already.
With
so I'm gonna go meta. I'm gonna go even the 30,000 foot view. Right, like it looked pretty badass. Right, like the hallway scene is to me like the whole trailer felt pretty badass.
I think if you liked any of the other ones, if you like Daredevil, if you're a fan of Daredevil or Luke Cage or Jessica Jones or even.
Yeah,
Iron Fist. Then it's promising you more of the same.
I disagree with that. I actually think it's promising me more. It's 8 episodes.
It's 8 episodes, so not 13.
It's to me. I'm going to disagree with Hassan.
Well, surprise.
No, but that's the thing. Like, I actually think it felt better. It felt more than the original singular series.
It's not 8. It's not 13 episodes though. It's 8 episodes. So that's Marvel learning from all our complaining. Yeah. Because every other series was too long.
I agree with that.
So this one we're probably going to come out of this one going, why was it only 8 episodes?
But that's, you know what, I would rather have that. We want to welcome Brian Everham, Joe Movie, and hey, Joan Pelzer's on our Facebook feed now. It's pretty good.
How
did she manage that?
No, but seriously, like that to me, and we want to welcome John Lancer, who just joined as well too. No, that to me, I agree 100%. Like, you should be walking away from Defenders saying, I want more. You should walk away from any of these shows. Not, that went on too long.
The big thing that's crap about the MCU on Netflix is that there is no regulation to when we're going to get more.
Sure.
So something comes out and it's great, and then you might not see it again for another 2 years.
Yeah.
And they got to get on the ball with that because
because
it's only 13 episodes and a lot of other shows that don't have the flexibility of this kind of format. Sure. Are able to produce content every year.
Yeah.
So these guys need to get it together.
Yeah.
And there's nothing but money. I mean, they're doing nothing but printing money over there.
So would you chalk that up as a bad or a trashy?
I would chalk that up as trashy.
Really?
It's not necessarily bad because we do get content, but it's trashy in the sense that we don't get the content with any level of consistency.
All right, then I will pivot my bad.
You're going to pivot
my bad. I was going to say a bad, and I'm going to. I'm going to pivot my. No, I'm going to pivot my trashy and call it my bad because you called that the trashy. Okay. My bad. Did we need the obligatory like Luke Cage meets Iron Fist and they have to fight scene?
That's funny because that's what Christina just wrote. I can't get past Luke Cage.
Yeah. Yeah, but then you needed like Rosario Dawson to be like.
Well, yeah, but she probably means she couldn't watch that whole series.
Yeah, no. Oh, yeah, no. She couldn't get past Luke Cage. Period. I couldn't get. Three episodes couldn't get in.
Yeah.
Well, she also wrote, and I feel Defenders is not going to be anything new.
Yeah,
Ooh.
I agree with her. I agree with her. She's throwing it down.
Wait a minute, you just said that looked like it was going to be.
You're right. You're right. I totally pivoted.
What just happened?
I pivoted.
He flip-flopped because his audience liked it. So
we just did it.
You made him flip-flop.
This happened before everyone's eyes.
Yeah, and actually,
finally,
you're right.
He does this to me every week.
No, all right. So let's get back to when I actually made some coherent sense here. Did we need to see the obligatory fight scene with Luke Cage and Iron Fist, and then Rosario Dawson being
you need to, because people who are interested in those characters have to see, because Power Man and Iron Fist are kind of legendary.
Yeah.
Right. So you got to
yeah.
see how they got off to a kind of bumpy start. It's like watching Kirk and Spock fight.
Sure.
When they first meet over a biscuit.
Yeah.
You're gonna eat the last biscuit, Spock. And then they get into a fight. Spock beats the crap out of Kirk, because that's how it always happens.
Sure.
And then we're all like, I want to see how they work this out.
I have a Spock
with a southern accent.
You have a Spock ear?
Doesn't sound.
Isn't that Kirk and Spock? Weren't you talking about Kirk and Spock?
That sounds hygienic.
I do.
She was partially.
No, I really
attention,
do.
so
Like
that's good.
think I'm related to Spock somehow. I
can do that. I can do that with my
ear?
fingers. That's about all I can do.
Yeah,
Show us on the Spock ear.
I'm going to show. I showed you
let's see
earlier,
the
right?
Spock.
Look, I have a
Yes.
little Spock ear. My daddy has the same one. Look.
It is a little.
It is.
All right. Fair enough.
Told you.
Sounds
I
like-
was lying.
oh,
I'm
snap.
totally related.
She's part Vulcan. She's
I
a
am.
Vulcan.
See? Am I going to get some hearts for that on your feed?
No, only Jersey
No.
Jedi's
Where's my
left on
hearts?
Periscope.
Nobody uses logic on our
Like
feed.
even
so-
Fecaleon is not, and I don't think you can leave. Well, I guess you can leave emotions on the Facebook feed. But
No emojis.
See,
I don't
you
know how
guys
to do
tried
that.
to make me feel like I didn't know what I was talking about with Kirk and Spock. You just threw it out there. I knew exactly what you were talking about.
No, I just didn't. I just made it known that you weren't paying attention. That's a huge difference. Like
I was
not
totally
having
paying
knowledge,
attention, but
not
I'm like
having
thinking of
knowledge
that,
is
and
one
I'm going-
thing. Not knowing the conversation because you weren't listening. That's
I was
that's a
totally
completely
listening,
other
but you
area.
said Spock, and I went right with the ear.
That's a drop, by the way.
That is. That is totally.
I wasn't even trying.
It's done.
I wasn't.
It's
even
already
trying.
done.
All right, let's do some more good, because there's actually a lot of good, and I'm gonna flip flop again and say Defenders is going to be more than what
Of
we
the
saw.
same.
No,
Even though it's
more
exceptional.
More than what we. Yes, exactly.
He is a flip flopper.
Politician.
I just
you just politized
I just
that.
laughed and hiccuped at the same time, so I just hurt myself.
Thank God you weren't drinking.
Yeah, exactly.
So Sam Leibowitz
occupational hazard.
Sam Leibowitz actually, our esteemed producer and engineer, actually said this last time in the green room. Again, green room. Go to patreon.com/
Unless you're
Sire.
Christina,
Unless you're Christina, who
then get the app.
couldn't get on the Google Hangouts somehow. I don't know. We'll figure it out. We'll work with her.
Yeah,
we'll work with you. Christina will work with you.
We owe her a hangout.
Well, we'll do something. He mentioned Sigourney Weaver. I think that's a huge good, right? I think any movie that can nail Sigourney Weaver as a villain, pretty cool.
Depends.
Right?
I mean, there's still Working Girl, so there's the whole thing.
Well,
Yeah,
true,
but
true.
wait, she was in what was it? I'm not going to remember.
No.
No.
Girl.
Well, she
The
was in
other one.
Ghostbusters.
Ghostbusters. That's what I'm thinking of.
She was a
that's-
good guy in that.
But she was right. She was a
I
good
thought
guy.
you could see it in my brain what I was thinking.
Yeah. No, but seeing her as a villainess,
I don't know.
I feel like
Working girl.
Yeah, but she became
I'm just gonna
bad,
keep-
and they had to save her.
No, she's high class too. She's like high quality
Sure.
actress. So that means they're
Yeah.
they're going to another level with the villain.
And here's the other thing, though, too. I mean, Luke Cage kind of had that higher class villain because they had the politician who was sisters to the crime lord.
Yeah, it was all convoluted.
So I mean, they kind of have that
But you
higher
didn't
class
finish
villain.
watching Luke Cage,
Well,
so
I
you
know,
don't
but
know
I mean,
how.
I don't need to know. He blew up the diner. Luke Cage showed up. I'm like, all right, he's going to go to jail because I saw the things. But
they show you how he became Luke Cage.
yeah, Brian Abraham says they initially have to meet each other. You want them to just show up at a bar and be besties. Oh wait, that was Suicide Squad, which I now know exactly what he's talking about.
Yes, and he's a zinger. He hit you with a zinger too. If you had seen it, you'd know, and you'd not be complaining about it right now. Yeah.
Oh, see, now Joe
That
Moby
was the
says
voice of
Sigourney
our
Weaver is the big question mark. So we're going to file Sigourney
She's
Weaver.
bad. She had stylish clothes on, and she had the grim angry face thing going, and she was walking around in slow motion. That's evil.
See, now
that's absolutely
if Tom
evil.
Hutchinson was still on the Periscope feed, he'd be like the exclusive guy who could ask me questions because there's only one other person on the Periscope feed. I don't understand why. We used to
I
get
don't
a lot.
have access to the Periscope.
We don't even
Whenever
have our troll. Where is our troll?
Whenever you pivot to Periscope, I can't follow. Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, and it disappears. It's not saved anymore, so I don't know that it's useful anymore. We'll see.
Yeah, stop
how that
using
pans
it.
out.
Stop.
Yeah.
It's not. It brings
That's
you
the
nothing
beauty
but
of
trouble.
having a social media expert on our show too, and we are going to do some social media stuff. We're going to relate it to Guardians of the Galaxy 2, but we'll do that next segment. We're going to keep going with our good, the bad, and the trashy. Tom Hutchinson says it's easier to type here. I can't disagree with you,
There
Tom.
it is.
I can't disagree
It's
with
technology. It's all about convenience.
Well, type away. Give us your good. Give us your bad. Give us your trashy. And trashy can kind of be. I just didn't want to use ugly because everyone can kind of do that. Trashy to me was the punch that Iron Fist throws in the hallway. It was a little lame. It was like one of those things like Jessica Jones. Like if you actually study that, because I had this like GIF that I posted, and there's this cool GIF, and it's like everyone's fighting, and then if you look at Iron Fist in the background, he's like, I'm waiting for my turn. I'm waiting.
That's what his show.
Turn, and
that's what his show is doing.
Yeah,
his show is waiting to pick up the kind of.
What do you think where do you think the fault lies? Is it in the fact that they cast a white actor to play a white character, or is it the
it's
fact
just fatigue? It's another 13 episodes of another person in another slum, who slowly finds himself and then slowly discovers it's supposed to slowly do something while it's slowly everything is slow. The whole thing is slow. So and then there are kind of crappy fight scenes, and he's not a very compelling character. Not really because of the character, has nothing to do with him, but because he's not as well known.
Sure.
So. It's not a draw.
Yeah.
What it should have been was they should have introduced him in the Defenders.
Yeah.
And that way he could take up a significant segment of it.
Sure.
But you could guarantee everyone was going to watch because everyone wants to see all these other characters come together, and then give him his own show afterwards, like they did with
I think
they're going to do with the Punisher.
Excellent.
Christina
point.
just agreed with you.
That's nice.
Well, that's good. You still have your job then.
Yes, she's not going to fire me.
I'm going to throw this one out there. I'm not going to label it anything. I'm going to see, and I want to throw it out to our audience again. Go to facebook.com/Secrets of the Sire. If anybody's listening to this on iTunes or iHeartRadio or any of our wonderful podcast streaming outlets, Stitcher, Spreaker, SoundCloud.
We're everywhere.
We're everywhere, basically. We do this live every Wednesday night, 8 p.m. Eastern. You can call in.
I feel live right now.
And we have no call-in guests because we have our in-studio guest, fellow talk radio host, Joan Pelzer, but we don't have any actual call-in guests. So call in 877-480-4120. And I am going to throw this out here. Is this a good or a bad or a trashy? Luke Cage, Rosario Dawson? Jessica Jones, Daredevil, when we come back.
You're listening to the Talking Alternative Network.
If you have an interest in marijuana, you want to know about marijuana, law, policy, and culture, then feel free to join me, Joseph A. Bondi, every Friday at 11 o'clock in the morning on my show In the Know 420 on TalkingAlternative.com.
Legalize the herb to continue to resist the passage of this necessary legislation.
Hi, this is Rob Kay.
And I'm Callie Alpert.
And we're hosts of The Rob and Callie Show. Are you looking for a show that talks about real stuff like life, love, the pursuit of being yourself?
Then you have come to the right place because we cover topics ranging from chivalry to gratitude to your relationship with money and everything in between.
So listen to us on The Rob and Callie Show Tuesdays, 8 to 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time on TalkRadio.nyc.
Talking Alternative Radio, 24 hours a day.
The thing that bothers me the most of all is people who say he was created to be a parody of Deathstroke. Does Deadpool have a butler named Spearmint?
No.
Does Deathstroke have a butler named Wintergreen?
Yes.
If Deadpool was a parody of Deathstroke, in my poor, lack of skill fashion back in 1991, he would have had a butler named Spearmint, wouldn't he?
Secrets of the Sire.
welcome back to Secrets of the Sire. I just figured out
Are
how
we back?
to...
Existentially speaking?
We're back.
We're back?
We're back from commercial break.
Oh.
Very exciting.
Well, we didn't really go anywhere.
I just figured out how to add emojis to the feed, by the way.
Really?
Like, yeah, from my laptop. Like, this is... I'm just going to do...
So the sky's the limits now, right?
Oh, man.
The show is going to skyrocket now.
I'm just going to give love. Oh, man.
I can do that.
Man. This is
check me out there.
Spike the numbers.
Look at that. Look what's happening there. Look at that.
We do this every week. We talk comics, movies, TV, pop culture at large. We have our guest, Joan Pelzer, who's a TalkRadio.nyc host. She's on Fridays. It's going to be called...
Follow Me Friday with Joan and Priya.
All right. Excellent. So, she just mispronounced her biggest fan, Joe Mulrooney.
I can't believe I did that to him. I'm sorry, Joe.
Joe Mulvey, who is a frequent listener and sometimes guest on the show. Yes, Joan's like, Joe Mulrooney had a really good point. I'm like, Joe Mulvey?
Okay, so I need glasses, and my computer screen has small print, so deal with it.
So
I'm going to go get Iron Fist.
We're talking Defenders trailer, and Tom Hutchinson said it's street-level Avengers with nothing we didn't already get in the Avengers. Ooh. Although he pronounced it, he did type it the Avengers.
Oh, so he doesn't. So
he's speaking like I am, and that's good.
He's excited.
We're going to disregard his comment.
We want to welcome Renee Bart and John Lancer, who joined the Facebook feed as well too. Bickering heroes and testing powers against each other. The trailer offers nothing new. I mean, I guess in general,
trailer.
I was going to say, like, what could a trailer possibly do?
I mean, did you see the Dark Tower trailer?
Oh, we got.
Yeah, I know. I'm jumping the gun,
that's
man.
Segment 4.
Oh,
segment 4.
The Lord of the Radio adheres to no segments.
Spinning the racks. We're going to spin the racks.
Lord of the Radio respects no boundaries.
This is right. This is very true. Yeah, I mean, I guess that's my point. I guess what could they possibly do in a superhero trailer that hasn't been done before?
I said, if you're into that, I mean, look, if you're cynical, well, not cynical. Excuse me, I do not disparage you. If you didn't enjoy the other shows and you're looking for a reason why this show is going to be better than those other shows,
this is not the show for you then.
No, I'm just saying, if you didn't enjoy the other shows and you're looking for a reason why this show will be better, you're not going to find it. You know, they weren't catering to you. They weren't saying, hey, the last shows were kind of crap, but this one's going to be super special, and here's a whole bunch of reasons why. Not going to do that. They're going to the same with the Guardians conversation we had last week, where they're going to say, "Hey, look, we're having fun like the last one, and look, there's jokes and there's spaceships and there's explosions. There's everything you remember from 2014. So come and see us. So spending your money with us."
Is that your special voice for this?
That's how you do it. That's exactly
the voice of the masses. Hey,
so Brian Abraham chimed in. Wow, watching Mike loving himself live, kind of creepy.
Yeah,
but
a little bit.
That's like, a little bit. We transitioned to a soft porn.
This is why I don't do a video feed, so that nobody talks about me like that.
We transitioned into soft porn, like just so subtly.
Yeah,
like
but
they didn't even know.
Well, you do. I don't.
That's what it's all about.
I'm usually in the other room.
Joel Mulvey said, "Joel Mulvey is dead. Joel Mulrooney is born." Of course, he actually misspelled Joel Mulvey. There was like a space, but he put a B in
misspelled,
there. So it's Joel Mulvey.
He misspelled his own word.
He misspelled his own. There we go.
He misspelled his own name.
Well, I mean, he doesn't know he's going through an identity crisis.
This show's doing terrible things to people. It's doing terrible people.
Before we went to, because we'll actually focus on what we're doing.
Really?
Occasionally.
Is this because you drank a beer?
Yes.
I drank 3, actually.
Not 1.
I got to be honest with you. I'm actually sharper than I've ever been right now. Way sharper.
Maybe it was something.
When I got off the train, he was literally having beer transfused into his bloodstream. I found him at a dialysis machine for
heroin.
Beer.
All right.
That was heroin?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay. I mean,
you were trying to straighten out. That's what you're saying.
You got to offset one with the other.
Yeah, the old Kristen West days. Yeah. I get it.
Mm-hmm.
I get it. Sorry.
Luke Cage, Rosario Dawson. What do we think about that?
I don't mind it. I think he's going to have a conversation with Daredevil about that. Because she was kind of Daredevil's girl.
Yeah,
for a little while.
She's kind of like a groupie, isn't she? Then
she's a little bit.
She's a little bit. You know.
She gets around.
I'd like to see her sleep with Jessica Jones, though. See, that's what a trailer could do.
I don't think it's that kind of show.
Put that in the trailer.
I don't think. Tom
Hutchinson.
And
smoke it.
So weren't they just shooting something with Jessica in the city too? They were just shooting something with Jessica Jones recently.
Yeah, and we were going to have your stunt woman friend come on.
Yes, I'm trying to get her to call in.
So
Joe Shalmadine.
So Jessica Jones is they're going to have a follow-up season to probably at the end of this year, probably around December or
Greater odds: Jessica Jones sleeps with Rosario Dawson, or Iron Fist sleeps with Rosario Dawson.
I think it would be Iron Fist.
Or does Rosario Dawson sleep with Iron Fist because Iron Fist would be the woman in that relationship?
Wow.
Yeah. See what I did there? See what I did there?
I don't even know what just happened.
Yeah.
I'm a little dizzy. I'm a little dizzy. I think. Oh well, the way the trailer was making it seem, it was going to be. It's going to be Jessica Jones and Daredevil, and Iron Fist is going to be the odd man out.
No, I think Daredevil's. Well, no, that was the conversation we were kind of having as we were walking to the station too.
Mm-hmm.
Like, how come Daredevil? Like, just for a blind guy, like he does really well.
He gets a lot of business. Like, he gets a lot of repeat business.
What about Two Men?
Like,
oh no,
you're a female.
No.
Like, you actually have a unique voice as opposed to the three gentlemen in the room. Like, do you think that like Daredevil as a character is like very attractive or
adorable?
You would go, oh, okay.
Yeah, it wasn't Ben Affleck. Come on.
That's true. Well, he was Ben Affleck, 10, 15 years ago.
Didn't he meet his wife when she was Elektra?
This is true as well, too, which...
I mean, yes, a long time ago, and obviously they're still not both playing those roles.
No, they're doing okay. Yeah. They're getting back together.
No, they're not.
Oh, no, they're done.
Divorcing.
Now they are divorcing.
Yeah.
That was it. They tried reconciling, and that was it.
They did. Now they're
That's
divorcing.
why he's sad, Fleck.
It's tough to make it.
That's why he's sad Batman.
Yeah. See how sad.
Because Elektra left him.
Yeah.
The original Elektra.
Would Elektra date Batman? That's a whole other conversation. All right.
She did.
We have the luxury.
Would Batman date Daredevil?
Keep chiming in on your Daredevil stuff. Give us your good, your bad, your... Yes, he would.
Taking this in a whole new direction.
Now I can see it. That's the problem.
No, but the problem is it's not Batman dating Daredevil. It's Ben Affleck dating Ben Affleck. That would be that's what I picture.
That's creepy as heck.
Now I'm kind of like,
is funny. You are funny.
That's like Ben Affleck liking himself on Facebook.
Kind of portly Affleck versus like ripped Affleck too. That's like the kind of different, like 10 years ago Affleck versus Affleck now. It's really multiple universe kind of thing. It gets convoluted really fast. Yeah. So let's just stop.
Should we? I don't know. I feel like we should keep going on that.
No,
I like this conversation.
All right. So one of the great things about having Joan in studio is that she is a social media expert. She has her own social media company. So one of the things we thought would be kind of fun, but hey, what do we know? Is that
not much.
There's that big social media trend, 10 things, one of them's a lie. How do those things start? Give me your expert opinion on that.
Somebody decides to start it and it takes off
somehow. No, there's got to be something more to that. I feel
that was
like
pretty
they start
deep.
from all different ways. I mean, there's no one way it starts. There's not like one spot where they say, okay, I'm going to make this go viral, and this is the viral engine that starts them all. Random people.
Did anyone watch Homeland this season? Is anyone a Homeland fan?
I love it, but
Homeland's
I didn't watch
an
it.
amazing season. I won't give a spoiler, but I will give a spoiler.
Don't give a spoiler.
See how I kind of did that? I kind of paint.
I appreciate no spoilers. No spoiler.
But
Close your ears if you don't want to hear.
They do talk about click farms in Homeland and how there are people that have these fake social profiles to generate something. So I wonder if, could it be that
Bitcoin.
These trends could somehow... Yeah, right. Well, ask Tone Bays and his caller who called like an hour after our show ended. I need to talk to Tone. I think he paid them in Bitcoin to call.
That's why they called late.
Yeah.
That's why they rearranged.
Well, yeah. They're like, you're going to give me fake currency to call?
Yeah, I'm going to call your fake show at a fake time.
But we're real. I mean, we're a fake show, but we're actually real people.
Yeah, we're real people, but the show's fake.
But no, I got to believe that is there someone making money off this somehow, somewhere, and they created these fads.
Yeah, I don't know if they're making money off of it.
Someone's making money off it.
There are clicks.
Conspiracy theory going on here.
There is something called, I forget exactly what the term is, but clicks per minute or something like that, or clicks per entry, and so. That's why a lot of these online, whatever you want to call them, articles or whatever, have various pages where you have to click next in order to get the next page, because that counts as a view click.
Sure.
So
and that's all we live by.
Yeah,
right now.
and they just click
our videos, go to our Facebook page, go to our Patreon page. No, I'm actually telling them, please go to our Patreon page.
Yes,
please.
And I'm agreeing. Yes, go. Yes, do. Obey.
Go to Patreon.
Give us money and or advertising.
Obey.
All right. So in the spirit of this, we figured a really cool thing to do would be to take that trend and apply it to Guardians of the Galaxy.
Now that we've criticized it, now we're going to use it. We're going to use it for ourselves.
Well, it's working. Someone is making money.
No, we didn't.
It's Tone Base. He's making money in his basement right now.
Even when
he's like, the Bitcoin is coming in. The Bitcoin is coming in. Thank God I tried this 10
Bitcoin
things.
in the red coats.
Yeah.
Well, they're doing it even when they don't want to do it. Like everyone's saying, I don't want to do that thing, but I'm going to do it anyway because everyone else is doing it.
There is a trend, though, on Facebook, which is really cool, where you have clickbait up and you go to the comments and everybody tells you everything. One person takes a hit and clicks and reads everything and then posts it underneath in the comments and say, I saved you a click.
I hate that, too.
I love that.
When they're like...
I love that.
Don't you hate the mea culpas on Facebook where they're like, I know you'll never read this, but but my true friends.
Yeah, if my true
friends will repost this.
I'm not. I guess I'm no one's true friend because I'm not reposting any of this crap.
I actually will unfriend you for that. Yeah. I was your true friend until you made me do some garbage like that.
Until you clickbaited me out of existence.
Stop giving Tone Vase all the Bitcoin. Stop it. We love you, Tone. Come on back. 10 things you need to know.
Don't bring your friends, though. Don't bring your friends.
So this is the thing. 10 things you need to know about Guardians of the Galaxy. One of them is a lie.
Uh-oh.
Now, for everyone that wants to know as well, too, next week we're going to have the Bad Coyote Funky people in studio. Their Bad Coyote Funky podcast.
Something happening.
We're going to be giving our Guardians 2 reviews.
Yeah.
But
I guess we got to go see it. Then I guess
I could do an entire show without.
Yeah.
When are you going?
For a year.
I could do 6 months
about
without
a year.
seeing it. Yeah.
I don't know. We got to figure out when we're going.
Will you go together?
No,
we don't.
What are you, crazy?
We don't even like each other.
No.
I don't even talk to him outside of here.
I think that's.
He's a terrible person. He's a terrible person.
Do you have to be the first person in the theater to see it? Like, do you have to go to the very first show?
No. That is a young man's game. That is a young man's game.
That's a way young man's game.
That's
a young man's game with parents.
I go Friday at like 1 o'clock in the afternoon.
Okay.
That's the old man's game. I
go with my 73-year-old father.
Isn't it great?
And it's the greatest thing ever.
Yeah, we've reached that age.
I get amazed when there are people there, and I'm like, don't you guys have jobs? Like, come on.
I think just over the New Year's, right?
Yeah.
Just before New Year's, I was like, yeah, man, the weekends are my time. I got to do something on the weekend. Right after, as soon as 2017 started, I was like, I'm not doing anything ever again on the weekend.
That was your resolution?
Yeah, something comes up.
Most people resolve to do things.
I'm resolved not to. When Saturday comes up and I have something to do, I'm mad about it. Like, I got to go to this guy's house.
Oh, annoying.
I hate this guy.
You're like, Wednesday, here again. I'll get on the subway.
A little bit.
Since we're running up against commercial break, we'll start off with a couple of things. 1, the team gets some new members. 2, there will be lots of Baby Groot. And 3, say hello to Star-Lord's dad. We will discuss all 3. And are they lies? Are they truth?
We'll find out.
Oh, look at you.
You're listening to the Talking Alternative Network.
Are you into comics, movies, and pop culture at large? What about music and TV? Then you're in for a treat. This is Michael Dolce, your host on TalkingAlternative.com. I've been professionally writing comic books, screenplays, and music articles for almost 15 years. Catch my show, Secrets of the Sire, at its new primetime slot, Wednesdays, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, and get the inside scoop on the pop culture universe you love to talk about. For more info, go to secretsofthesire.com.
TalkingAlternative.com.
We talk comics, movies, TV, pop culture, all the stuff that you love, and we do it right here.
Stuff that makes the girls run away.
Oh, well, clearly. No. That is completely false.
Stuff that makes the girls
That
leave.
is completely
I recommended
false.
Secrets of the Sire on my show, and I got less female listeners.
Secrets of the Sire.
and welcome back to Secrets of the Sire. That last drop actually also did reiterate the point that I do flip-flop consistently.
No.
Right as it happens.
No, it happens all the time, but no, never. See I just did it.
That was really...
Maybe he's bipolar.
No wonder why I'm smart. Like, holy cow. I just must... Yeah, okay.
No, once or twice, maybe.
Yeah.
But not at all.
No, not at all. All right, so we were doing 10 things that you need to know about Guardians of the Galaxy. 1 is a lie. 1, we said the team will get some new members. That's some truth to it. Right. Again, we're going to have our big Guardians of the Galaxy review show next episode, which will be next week, Wednesday, 8 p.m. Eastern. I'm not going on vacation yet. Lots of Baby Groot. You know, the one thing I was actually trying to look up to see is, and maybe one of our esteemed Facebook
You mean look up on the internet, like you're doing research, as opposed to look up to see.
Did Baby Groot come before or after the movie? Like, was Baby Groot in the comics? Like, is there a precedent for Baby Groot? Because I actually don't remember. I don't remember. I remember Groot. Yeah, but I was never a reader of the Galaxy of the Guardians. Well, that was your problem. You see, you read the wrong comic. I kept looking for Galaxy of the Guardians.
Yeah, I was reading Galaxy of the Guardians, and I should have been reading the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Big fan of the Valentino run in '92. Huge fan. Okay. I loved that.
So was there a Baby Groot or not?
No, not in that. There was no Groot in that. There was no nothing. I will say this, though. Number 5, Yondu is the only member of the team that was in the original 1992 comic.
That much I know.
There you go.
And he had a bow and arrow. He didn't have that floaty arrow
Trust
thing
me,
that
folks,
you
we're
whistle.
experts here.
Yes, we are. We're experts at what we know and what we don't know. I know for a fact what I don't know.
Thanos sits this one out as well, too. Now, Thanos is going to play a big role in Infinity War. Obviously, that's coming out next year. And Guardians of the Galaxy. The entire Marvel universe is going to unite. You know, how is that going to translate to film? Like
either spectacularly, where it saves the entire comic book industry, the comic book cinematic industry, or terribly. But to the point where it destroys the entire cinematic industry.
So it really has no shot at being good, is what you're saying, because the comic book movie industry right now is thriving, so it can only go down.
No, but I mean, it's on this consistent track to the point where it can only decline because it's at its peak, so it can only decline.
I beg to differ.
Okay.
What if it were like a spider web?
What's that?
It's a spider web.
It's a spider web.
And so it's going up and then it's branching out, which is kind of what it's doing.
But that's what I'm saying.
So it's branching out and each piece can go in another up or different direction.
I think Infinity Wars is going to allow it to branch out. Other than staying on a linear course,
I don't know where else can go. Where else can it go?
I'm just thinking.
You don't know what you don't know. It could be something beyond the clouds.
Do you
that it could go
think that they would eventually reboot the entire Marvel Cinematic Universe, a la what they do in the comics?
I think what this will give it is as longevity.
Like how
I think
awesome,
it will give it more years.
How awesome and or awful would it be that if by the end of Infinity Wars we are starting at 0 again, and we can get like a 10th Spider-Man movie? Like just come out like immediately, and we get to see Uncle Ben die again.
Now you're just teasing me because what I was saying all this year was we need at least 50 more Spider-Man movies, and we're not getting it. You know,
what's your favorite?
They're trickling them out really slowly. Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends is my favorite Spider-Man.
No, Spider-Man 2 is by his hands down.
Spider-Man 2 is fantastic.
Hands down. That's one of the best comic book movies.
Has not been topped yet.
Period.
Okay.
Period. Yeah, you're not getting anywhere close to that. I mean, I'm curious what Homecoming's going to do.
When is that coming out?
July 7th.
So Guardians is coming out first. That's the other thing that was concerning you last week, right?
Yes.
Is that it was coming out so early in the summer blockbuster season.
No, actually it wasn't. You know, typically you put the biggest one, I think, in this time slot. You put the biggest, release. Like last year, Batman v Superman even jumped to March because they originally were going to start competing with Civil War in May, and then they're like, no, we should probably not do that because it's a terrible film, so let's do it first at least. Which was a wise decision because at least it made a boatload of money. Not as much money as it could have.
Have you seen the uncut version of that movie?
No.
The extended version?
No.
Very interesting movie.
Yeah?
Still not good.
Not good, but interesting. But better.
Yes, more coherent. Like there's more to it. It's a broader body of suck as opposed to...
Did we learn how Jesse Eisenberg became the Joker or no?
Jesse Eisenberg became the Joker?
Yeah.
Yeah, we do.
We learn
how he became the Joker.
We learn like how he's not actually playing Lex Luthor, and he's
in the course of it, he starts Facebook in the middle of the and then it just branches out into this whole other thing, which surprised the hell out of me. You know? And then there were zombies.
I don't know why they cut it. Why would they cut that? That's the best part.
I don't know.
Can I say this about Suicide Squad 2? The best part about Suicide Squad was like
that
the Batman.
Ended? There were credits?
No, the Batman scenes. The Batman scenes were the best part of Suicide Squad.
In the very beginning. Well, a lot of that wasn't cut, though. I think if you saw it, then it was all in it. Because if you're watching it on HBO, then you were watching the theatrical version. So it was all there.
Yeah, no, I'm just in general.
It's just
giving my Suicide Squad review like a year later.
Yeah,
haha, fooled you guys. Never
done.
Saw it.
I'm glad I could be here for this.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
I really am.
Pretty good. There's going to be 5 end credit scenes, by the way, at Guardians of the Galaxy 2.
Why?
By the way, we're going to just go through it. Peter Quill is half human. Yondu is Gamora's father. Lie. Drax the Destroyer is from a race of people who can only speak in literal terms. Let's go for the 5 end credit scenes.
5 end credit scenes.
Wow, that's a lot.
Too much?
Well, it will most likely happen all throughout the credits.
Is that like a second? Like, aren't we devolving into a society where eventually movies will just be trailers? Like, it'll just be one giant trailer. It'll be like 30 seconds. Be like, that was awesome.
I can't wait.
That's probably the attention span.
Take that, Tom Hutchinson. That would be like the trailer will be literally just. Like just
one long.
It'll be like no. It'll be like that was the trailer. Like, that's it. It'll just be some guy on screen looking up.
There was a
like,
promo. There was a really strange promo
soon.
to that for the first Iron Man movie. Where I think I saw it at NYCC.
Okay.
Where it was like supposedly a newscast, and they were talking about the trailer, and they were saying, "Oh, this is a new phenomenon. We're actually going to make a movie that's going to coincide with this trailer." So I don't know. It was just really strange.
It didn't work out.
Well, it did.
Oh, Iron Man was the movie?
Iron Man. Yeah.
Oh, that was the movie.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I completely don't understand.
What? You could have gone with me there. You could have helped me out just now, and you didn't. You chose not to.
Because
you left me out there. Yeah, you flip-flopped.
I don't know if that's flip-flopping or
you left me hanging there. Now everyone at home was like, wow, he just left Hassan out there in nowhere land, man.
How about we do this instead?
I don't want to help you now.
We do this every week. And
this is my last week.
We go through the latest news around the industry. We call it Spinning the Racks.
Spin the rack, spin that rack. Wow.
Oh my God!
We're gonna.
It's just awesome.
We're gonna change that. Well, as soon as you go on vacation, that's gonna all be different.
The best part is that I made Hassan cut that. It actually made that. Hassan actually made it.
I know. I don't know what I was thinking.
This.
I have no idea what I was thinking when I was trying to be like the dutiful co-host, and then I realized what I was doing to myself, and it was too late.
I'm gonna have to have beer next time I come on.
Oh. That wasn't even a beer. That was just Hassan.
Yeah, I was sober. I was completely sober.
So, not a lot of news this week. We kind of covered it with the trailer, but we actually do have a second trailer. 2 trailers for one show. The Dark Tower trailer splits Stephen King fans. Some said gives me chills to thanks for nothing Hollywoods. Are people genuinely excited for Dark Tower?
Everyone I know who has been talking about it has been really excited about it.
Yeah.
And it's been a long time coming. Now, some of the stuff that you told me a little earlier about it was a little disturbing. That it's not actually an adaptation of the book, but it's supposedly.
I read that somewhere, and I could be completely off because I was
okay. But the theory that you gave me is it's a continuation of the books, but not an actual direct adaptation of the books.
Yeah,
that does not excite me at all.
If that is true,
that's not cool.
And if it's not true, we've lost the credibility of our entire audience.
Well, that's why we say it's a theory.
My babysitter could not take care of my son today, so that's my excuse for lack of research. Hassan was catching a train.
Wow, I don't even know. You got to segue. You got to signal me when we're gonna do a signal change.
Flip flops.
Yeah, he did. He just flip flopped right off it.
Let's get him live.
What are you throwing? You throwing up a parachute for? We're discussing it. We're doing.
No, I'm just saying if that one fact is wrong.
No, it wasn't a fact though. We gave it out as a possibility.
That's true.
Right.
We covered.
It's not a fact,
right,
but it's a little disturbing. If it is true, I do find that a bit disturbing.
Yeah,
the trailer it is not particularly compelling.
How come Matthew McConaughey goes and does like Dallas Buyers Club and he does what was the HBO show? I can't think. True Detective.
True Detective. Yeah.
And he does like the most amazing thing, and it's like this rise and fall of McConaughey, and now he's like right back. I feel like to where he was doing rom-coms a few years ago. Like somehow he
made his money, and he's like, you know what, man? All right.
You make money on some, and you do the other ones because you love them.
Yeah. I don't know if he really loves this one though. I feel like
I
feel like he's
you got to see him for 6 seconds in that trailer.
I feel like he's the guy from the Lincoln commercial, which he's playing himself, kind of being in a Dark Tower movie. He's like, all right, I'm going to be in a Dark Tower movie.
We didn't see him though. We didn't even get to hear him talking his wonderful Louisiana accent.
Is he being shown in the whole thing, or is he? In
he's the villain.
He's the villain.
He's
the devil technically. He's technically the devil.
I don't know what I think about that. I'm not sure. If you guys want to chime in, let us know. We got 2 minutes to go. Well, no, it's a trailer. Just a trailer. Just the trailer.
So maybe they're showing you the crappy part.
I won't see it. I got no time.
Really?
I got no time to see Dark Tower.
Why?
I'd see Transformers before I see Dark
Tower. What? No, you won't.
No, I have no interest in seeing Dark Tower. The Jay Lee series was pretty cool as a comic. That was kind of cool. Anything Jay Lee does is pretty amazing.
My God. Yeah.
I think it's your job to see it.
It is. Well, it would be my job if more people would go to the Patreon page and submit.
Perfect segue.
Patreon.com. We talked about a lot today.
I can't. Yeah,
through a lot.
We did. I'm so excited. I was on here with
Joan,
you.
You did a lot of tweeting.
You did a lot of. Gave you a lot of love.
Where can
it's
folks?
It's like an American president right now.
Where can folks find you?
They can tweet me or Facebook me. So Joan Pelzer NYC, and I tweeted your Mulrooney guy.
Yeah.
I apologized on Twitter for calling him Mulrooney.
No, and that's it. He is now Joel Mulrooney.
He is. Yeah. I think that's cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
They can go to Joan Pelzer social.
Joe Mulroney says...
Joan Pelzer.
JOANPLZER.
Joe Mulvey says, is Spinning the Racks available for my ringtone?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
You should sell that.
There's a copyright dispute.
Go to SoundCloud.com/Secrets of the Sire. We will post Spinning the Racks up there as well.
No, we won't.
So people can download
I love it.
Well, that's the beauty of it. I get to post whatever I want, right?
Yeah, we'll have a conversation.
All right, recommend what movie I should see.
All right, out of the summer movies... I'm getting more and more excited about Wonder Woman over everything else.
I think you're right.
Which is a flip-flop from last week.
It is a total flip-flop.
Yes.
It is a total flip-flop.
All right.
You're not surprised.
I think, but no. Actually, no. I will say this. This is a John Kerryism. This is not a flip-flop. This was now that I have more available information.
Yes. Now you understand.
I'm kind of sitting there going like, so Chris Arendt, who was on last week, our Newsarama guest, again, go to SoundCloud.com, go to iTunes, type in Secrets of the Sire. You can get any of the previous episodes, do all that stuff. But he says Wonder Woman's going to be pretty good, so I
believe
Wonder Woman.
Wonder Woman's got to be.
She was my hero growing up.
Plus, I think maybe it'll be. I don't know. All right, next week we got the Bad Coyote Funky Bunch coming on. We are going to go all in Guardians 2. Everything Guardians 2. We're going to give you our spoiler-filled review. Or spoiler-free. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, spoiler-filled. You got it right the first time.
No, I know.
He'll flip-flop next week.
We will flip a coin.
We can't give it away.
We will flip a coin. Coming up next,
It Came from the Radio.
Yeah.
You're listening to the Talking Alternative Network.
Hello, I'm JC.
I'm Joan. And welcome to 21st Century Entrepreneur.
We bring education,
insight,
knowledge,
awareness,
trouble,
craziness, and fun.
For you, the entrepreneur who's looking to build your business.
And your community. Listen every Friday from noon to 1 Eastern on TalkRadio.nyc. And you can tweet us at 21st CE Radio or Talk Alternative.
Hey, all you crazy listeners. Looking to boost your business? Why not advertise on Talking Alternative with very reasonable rates? Interested? Simply email at info@talkingalternative.com.
Are you into comics, movies, and pop culture at large? What about music and TV? Then you're in for a treat. This is Michael Dolce, your host on TalkingAlternative.com. I've been professionally writing comic books, screenplays, and music articles for almost 15 years. Catch my show, Secrets of the Sire, at its new primetime slot, Wednesdays, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, and get the inside scoop on the pop culture universe you love to talk about. For more info, go to secretsofthesire.com.
You're listening to the Talking Alternative Network at www.talkingalternative.com. Now, broadcasting 24 hours a day. Talking Alternative.
Hi, this is Rob Kay.
And I'm Callie Alpert.
And we're hosts of The Rob and Callie Show. Are you looking for a show that talks about real stuff like life, love, the pursuit of being yourself?
Then you have come to the right place, because we cover topics ranging from chivalry to gratitude to your relationship with money and everything in between.
So listen to us on The Rob and Callie Show, Tuesdays, 8 to 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time on TalkRadio.nyc.
Are you a conscious co-creator? Are you on a quest to raise your vibration and your consciousness? I'm Sam Leibowitz, your conscious consultant, and on my show, The Conscious Consultant Hour, Awakening Humanity, we will touch upon all these topics and more. Listen live at our new time on Thursdays at 12 noon Eastern Time. That's The Conscious Consultant Hour, Awakening Humanity, Thursdays, 12 noon on TalkRadio.nyc.
You're listening to the Talking Alternative Network.